Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a soulmate reading for my dearest Aquarius, where we take a look at who is your soulmate, where are they, how you'll meet, when you'll meet, your first impression, what their personality is, and see what the outcome of this meeting or this connection will be. So let's go ahead and get started. And Aquarius, if these messages resonate with you, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And a friendly reminder that I am available for private readings, and those links are down below. All right, let's get started. All right, so who is your soulmate? We see the Knight of Swords. So Aquarius, it could be a fellow air sign, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Where are they right now? Devil energy. Ooh, okay. So for some of you, this person is embroiled in a karmic situation, or they're, it could be a relationship, or it could be like they're a workaholic or something like that. How you're going to meet? The Ace of Cups. Ooh, doing something you're passionate about. All right, when you'll meet, we see Temperance energy, so Sagittarius season possibly. Okay. Your first impression of them, the Nine of Pentacles. All right, so someone single, somebody healthy, someone who's got it together. Their personality, the King of Wands. Ooh, fiery, passionate, bold. I love that. Not afraid to think outside of the box or be their true self. And the outcome of the connection, the Ace of Wands, so a lot of potential here for something new. Again, a very physical connection is what I'm getting here, Aquarius. And we see the Eight of Pentacles. So you may meet this person as well somewhere where you go back to, okay? Doing something you're really passionate about. So like, let's say you absolutely love like doing yoga or painting or something, or listening to live music. It could be like going back to that certain place. So your soulmate here is the Knight of Swords, okay? So, your age, possibly, like around your age is what I'm getting. Somebody who's honest, direct, somebody who knows what they want. The Four of Swords, okay? This is also somebody who is very protective of their energy. I also feel like this person, like when they work or they go out, like they go hard, but then they also rest. Like this person really values rest. Like I feel they may even put up strong boundaries with like friends and family members. Like this is the person that like either once a month like takes a weekend and shuts off their phone to do the things they want to do. And I feel they might be outdoorsy is kind of what I'm getting. They showed me somebody like rafting or canoeing or something, or hiking or camping or something. Again, that's not going to be for all of you. But I feel like this is the kind of person that really, when they're like, all right, I'm going to sleep, like they shut off their phone and their notifications. Okay. And we see the Eight of Swords. Your person definitely has strong air energy. I do think your person might currently be involved or healing from a karmic situation. Okay. They may be a little bit of an overthinker as well. All right, and we see the Tower here, Aries, Scorpio energy. So again, there might be something they need to tower or they need to let go of before you can meet them. And some of you may be meeting them come Sagittarius season by the end of the year. Maybe even, the turn, like, in the early 2026. Where they are right now, the Devil. So I do think that your person is either in a karmic situation or getting out of one, or they're like in workaholic mode. All right, yeah, so I feel like this person, for some of you, if they're not in a karmic situation, or they're like they're working really hard, they might be, using some unhealthy coping mechanisms, like work hard, play hard energy, or, if they've freed themselves recently, right, currently they're getting out of a karmic situation, they might be going out partying a lot. I don't think this person is emotionally available right now as we speak. Yeah, because I do think that they're healing from something from the past. Maybe, they've gotten a divorce, or there was someone they were engaged to, or they're currently going through that separation. So it feels like that's where they are right now. And they might be, if they're not currently in that situation, like I said, they might be, partying too much or using unhealthy coping mechanisms. Where you're going to meet, we see the Ace of Cups. So doing something you're passionate about. Again, if you love live music and there's like a club you like to go to where you often see live music, you could meet them there. If you take like a painting or pottery or yoga class that you're passionate about, you know, something like that, something very heart-centered is going to bring you two together. Yeah, something creative as well. So again, somewhere where you might be, you know, seeing artists, you know, a museum, a concert, or doing something creative, something that's very heart-centered is going to bring you two together. And we see the Five of Swords, yeah. And I feel like it's something that like you don't allow yourself to miss. Like this is something you treat yourself to. So I don't know if it's like every weekend you do this, or it's like you always do this, you know, every Wednesday, for example. I feel like with the Five of Swords that, you know, this is something that you give yourself this special time to do this because you really love it, you know. And it could be like, you know, you do girls' night once a month or something, or you go out with your friends once a month and you never fail to do that. And like, this is where you meet this person, okay? We see Sagittarius, Temperance energy, when you'll meet. So possibly in Sagittarius season. We see Hanged Man energy, okay? So you're going to meet this person also when your person is coming out of the energy that they're currently in, when they're coming out of stasis. They're starting to see life differently. Some of you too, they might be getting sober, or they're just kind of kicking bad habits. So we have Sagittarius and Pisces coming through really strong. Now, it could be also when we have either the sun in those signs or the moon in those signs. Okay, so, you know, we have a full moon in Pisces and Virgo season. Okay, so it could be anywhere like September through December is what I'm getting. And we see the Six of Wands. And some of you, it may be within 6 weeks here, 6 weeks or 6 months that you meet this person. All right. Your first impression of this person is that they've got it together, the Nine of Pentacles. They're healthy. All right, they have everything they need but love. I love this. This is Venus and Virgo. This is someone who takes good care of themselves. They always look like they're going somewhere. High Priestess in reverse. Okay, but there may be something here about this Pisces energy. Not to say that you're going to be totally turned off by this person, but you may find them to be a little bit timid, or, you know, maybe a little bit like this. I don't want to say codependent. Maybe you know about, or they talk to you about codependency when you first meet. But, you know, Pisces energy in its shadow can also be a little bit lazy. So maybe you feel like they're, you know, they're not really looking for love, or like maybe you feel like your first impression is they're not going to put in a lot of effort. Yeah, because this person is really focused on themselves. And I'm not getting necessarily egotistical energy, but I'm getting more that this person is healing and they're like up-leveling. So they might be going through a glow-up. They might have been kicking bad habits and hitting the gym more, or they quit drinking or something like that. But they're really focused on like on being healthy and staying healthy is what I'm getting. Their personality is King of Wands. This person has a big personality. They're sexy, they're confident, they're passionate. All right. We see Temperance energy, but they may have a flair for excess. Okay, and with Sagittarius energy, you know, it can be somebody who's a little bit impatient or unpredictable. Sometimes they might act a little bit like a know-it-all, okay? Or, you know, they could sometimes be that person that, you know, has to put their foot in their mouth. All right, and we see the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, but I do see that this person is hardworking. And even though that they're coming off like super independent, I do think that sometimes they have a flair for codependency within relationships. And I think that's something that they're addressing or they're taking a look at. Now, the potential outcome of the connection, we have the Ace of Wands, so the start of something new, a very sexy connection, very passionate. We see Death and Rebirth energy. And we see the Ten of Wands. So again, I actually feel like the outcome of this connection here, Aquarius, is like, I feel like you, maybe it goes both ways, but I feel like you're gonna really help this person release baggage, heal the past. All right. And again, it's not your job to heal or to fix anyone, but I feel like there's a lot of potential to do things differently here with you, or maybe you doing things differently with them. All right. But we do see the Chariot card energy in reverse, but it might take some creative solutions here to come together or to like really make this connection work. All right. So let's see for my Aquarius, what are the lessons here that this person's going to teach my Aquarius? So we see shame. You've carried this burden for too long. Ooh, so maybe they're going to help you release burdens. Maybe they're going to help you release and heal. You've carried this burden for too long. It's time to release the guilt that you've placed on yourself and start a new chapter in your life. Set a new goal and begin taking action towards happiness. So it does look like it's going to be mutual here, Aquarius, where they help you release burdens, maybe release guilt, set new goals, and really take action towards your happiness. I love that, and I'm glad that came out. All right, let's see for my Aquarius if there's anything else that they need to know about this person. How else will my Aquas know who their soulmate is? So we see karmic soulmate. You're meant to learn lessons in this connection and help each other evolve. So that doesn't have to be a bad thing. It looks like the lessons you learn are, are happiness, releasing guilt, shame, healing. All right, this person has been deeply wounded and trust must be established to open your heart. I do see that. That's kind of your first impression of this person. Okay, but that's not going to stay that way. And we do see that this person is a twin soul, so they mirror you. And this is a connection that intends for you both to balance your feminine and masculine energies and evolve your soul. I love that. And this person is very creative. So they enjoy art, working with their hands, music, enjoys putting ideas to work. And again, you might meet this person in some sort of creative setting is what I'm getting. All right, how else will my Aquas know who this person is? How else will my Aquas know who this person is? They sing in the shower. That's my gym card. So I do think this person is like working out or like going through, they're focused on their health. They have lighter skin, so take that how it resonates. And they already know who you are, so maybe you already see this person somewhere, or maybe they've already been checking you out, all right? Maybe you met them in Gemini season or during that Sagittarius full moon. Okay, let's see. What else do we need to know? This person is wise, they're observant, they know what they want. Some of you, they might be of stocky build, solid, husky beer belly. Some of you, they're working on eliminating that beer belly or losing some weight there is what I'm getting. Not for all of you, of course. And for some of you, this person has long hair. Okay, of course, that could be you as well. All right. Let's see if we get any additional timing cards. Clear, because I believe we got six weeks. We also got, between now and Sagittarius season, any additional times or dates that are important for this connection. You're not prepared, okay, or they're not. We see March. Okay, we did see a lot of Pisces energy, so you might have a March Pisces on your hands. Maybe you met them or they first saw you back in March, and take steps to speed it up. And I feel like that could be you. It could also be that this person is in the process of raising their vibration so that they can really, really come towards you. Anything else my Aquarius need to know about this person? We see wedding. So this situation involves marriage. Some of you, they're in the process of a divorce or they have been married before, but it could also be an indication that you are going to end up in a higher level of commitment here. You deserve love. You are lovable. So again, focus on this energy, Aqua. You deserve to be with somebody who loves you as much as you love them. All right, and we see make the effort. So it may not always be super easy. We do see that with the Chariot card, there could be some distance involved in this connection, but great love is worth taking the steps that you're guided to take. All right, and we also see children being important to this connection. So for some of you, they're going through this karmic situation that involves children. Someone here could be a single parent. And, it's important too that you two agree on what you want your life to look like in the future. All right, Aquas, I'm going to leave it here. Sending you love and light. Take care.